Good morning, guys. It's Sunday and I'm going to do a full day of eating for you because I'm home all day today. I don't think I'm going anywhere. Today's not going to be a gym day for me, although it's supposed to be really nice outside, so I might get out and do a walk or a run with the dog. But other than that, I love having a weekend day at home to just be able to feel like I can get caught up in other areas of my life. The work week, I feel like, is just so fast-paced and not a lot of time for me is at home. And when I get home, I feel like my soul's drained a bit to really do anything else productive or adulting. So today's going to be a day of hopefully getting a lot accomplished. I did also get these yesterday at Lowe's. So I don't have anything on the walls in here yet, whoa. And I don't want it too loud in here. And yes, I know I also don't have curtains, but I like the natural light. But I got the best is yet to come, which I thought was really cute. I'm thinking about that over my desk. And then I got two of the same ones. That's actually upside down. Lowe's has really good artwork. That was $15, so I got two of them. So I'm thinking about seeing how they look placed side by side above my couch. I also got this super cozy throw. This is from Amazon, by the way. Super cozy throw, and then we should be almost done in here, you know? I've fought the good fight for about a half hour now, which I think is pretty good. But it's time to get my head on straight here. So good. So good. Also, before we get into the actual food for the full day of eating, I always like to kind of mention the purpose of these videos is not that you guys need to eat like me. It's not to say you need to eat as much as me or as little as me or anything like that. It's more so because you guys say you love these videos and that they give you good ideas. So that's all that I like to do these for. Plus, you guys know I love food. I love talking about food. I don't have anything planned today in terms of meals, so it's not like I've got planned out some epic things to show you. It's just going to be a very organic, eat how I feel kind of day. I am tracking macros again, because I know that's a common question I get asked when I do these videos. I am tracking macros again. This time of year, when winter becomes 6 months long and dark, and although it's getting lighter, this tends to be the time of year where I really don't do as well with my nutrition. I find just my energy levels aren't as good, then I don't eat as great, and that impacts my energy, my mood. All of that has that synergistic effect that kind of plays into things. So I am tracking macros again because I really want to get a head start on just feeling in a better spot, especially when the nice weather is here and I just want to feel good in my own body. So I just want to mention that too. You know, there's nothing wrong with tracking macros if you guys like to track your macros, if you guys are intuitive eaters, whatever the best mechanism is for you, as long as it's not causing anything harmful. If it's not causing a harmful relationship with food or your mind, your body, all that kind of stuff. And for me, tracking macros it's not a hard thing for me. It's not stressful. It doesn't cause me any issues. And when I track, I'm not walking around with a food scale everywhere. If I go out to eat, I'll estimate it. It doesn't stress me out. So that's just what type of person I am. I know some people can't track macros and feel that comfortable with it, and then it does put this unnecessary stress on them. And in that event, maybe tracking macros isn't for you. I don't know. But that's just for me. I wanted to give a little spiel on that. And I am getting hungry, so I think I am going to make some breakfast to eat while I'm finishing up some work here. I just don't know what yet. I feel like I've been struggling with breakfast lately, just not knowing what to eat. So I'm throwing yogurt into the mix this week. I've got some Siggy's plain yogurt, and I think I'm gonna do a yogurt bowl for breakfast. I'm gonna do some yogurt, strawberry, banana, and do some hemp seeds and flax in there, and then do some cashew butter. And maybe I'll throw some cereal in there too. I don't know. It's just what I'm envisioning for the moment, because I'm just not feeling eggs and oatmeal, you know? I've been doing a lot of like eggs for breakfast with squash, or I've been doing just like a blended smoothie with protein and berries and keeping that really simple, or having an outright bar. Those have kind of been like my staples, but I just like want to switch it up on the weekend, so give this a go. There's the finished product. I've got a full cup of yogurt in there with a banana, some strawberries, hemp hearts, flaxseed, and a serving of, or a tablespoon of cashew butter on top. I personally don't mind the plain Greek yogurt. I like this. I'm gonna mix this all together, so the sweetness from the fruit, the cashew butter, is enough for me. I don't need to add any artificial sweeteners. I don't need to add honey, anything like that. This ends up being like a perfect combo in terms of flavor. So good source of protein, fats, and carbs. We'll see how that holds me over while I finish up some work. All right, guys, I am human now. I'm humaned up for the day, even though I'm not going anywhere. It just feels good to, you know, look like a person. So we're gonna eat lunch now. I'm pretty hungry. Show you what I'm gonna make, or I can't talk. I'll show you what I made. We've got here a big bowl of Nums, a 4-ounce ground, well, it's ground turkey breast, but just made into a patty. We always cook those in the air fryer. We have some, it's getting steamy, some shaved down Brussels sprouts cooked in the oven. Then I threw some butternut squash and some of these grape tomatoes, the sugar bombs, in the air fryer together. And I like my squash like nice and crispy looking. So that's that situation. I'm gonna put some probably pink salt on top of it all. And then I've got here some fresh mango that I'm gonna munch on. And we'll see how I feel with that meal. This is honestly a pretty typical lunch for me. I'm almost always eating ground turkey with either Brussels sprouts or broccoli rice, some type of broccoletti, some type of vegetable with it. And then I've either been doing squash or yam. Japanese yams are my favorite. I don't have any. Or I've been doing rice. That's just kind of like my basic go-to, and then I either add avocado to it. I cooked this in avocado oil, by the way, so I'm getting my fats there. And then I have fruit with it. I mean, I've been keeping it really basic, and it's been working very well for me. I feel very satisfied with these types of meals, and also know that I'm getting in a lot of good nutrition. In addition to just like paying attention to the fiber that I'm getting in a day, I'm also paying attention to choosing foods that are anti-inflammatory, and just trying to, you know, because I've mentioned with having issues with acne, focusing more on like healing myself from the inside out, right? So oftentimes what's going on in the inside of our bodies is going to reflect outwardly, whether it's in breakouts or rashes or hives, like you name it. I do feel like there's things that can be done internally to then reflect differently externally, if that makes any sense. So I've just really been more cognizant of that. Yeah, in addition to, it's a great healthy meal and quick and easy, which I'm all about. And yes, my sink drips in almost every video. It drives people crazy. Sorry, not sorry. It's a dripper. Also, to season my food lately, I did not use salt. I'm actually using this. It's like really janky looking now, but Spice Beast, it's called Beast Prep. And the flavor combination of what's in here is just so good. So sea salt, garlic, onion, pea protein, pepper. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But it's just a really good combination. It's super salty tasting and delish. So I just poured that on top of all my goods. And I know this might drive some people nuts, but I mix all my foods. I make it look separate, like just aesthetically, but I like to eat things like this. Let me know below if you relate. I like all my food to touch. So I'm feeling like I need a little pick-me-up right now, but being Sunday, I have to be careful with my caffeine because your girl does struggle with a little anxiety on Sunday night. So if I over-caffeinate, I won't be able to sleep. And I had my 3D this morning, which is 200 milligrams. So I'm not gonna have any more caffeine, but to kind of feel like I'm having something, I'm gonna just make a decaf Nespresso pod. And that also satisfies my sweet tooth because the best combo ever, mixing it with Ritual. You guys can get that at tigerfitness.com. 1 scoop of this in it is just so good. It substitutes as your creamer. It's 2.5 grams of fat. There's MCT oil powder in it, clean cream. There's added calcium, magnesium, little 1.5 grams of protein in there, chromium, potassium. So there's lots of other good stuff in there to actually replace your creamer. But even despite that, despite the good stuff, it just makes your coffee taste so good. Been on that kick with the coconut better stevia. Oh my goodness, this is my jam. It just, you don't need a lot of it, just like a little squirt goes a long way to give you that sweetness. So I'm gonna make that, and I'm debating between having an outright bar or making like a little personal pizza for just a snack. Like I just need a snack right now. I don't need a full-on meal. But I feel like I want like a little something to munch on. Just not sure. So I've decided I'm just gonna make a little individual pizza, which I think will turn out really good. And I'm gonna try cooking in the air fryer, which I'm not sure how that's gonna work, but we'll find out. So we are using these giant ass pitas. Like I spent like 10 minutes scoping out the best pita option for a pizza, and I made my way to Pita al Watan. Never heard of it before, but that's like a massive pita. It's whole wheat with bomb-ass macros on it. 33 carbs with 5 of those being from fiber, 6 grams of protein, 1 fat. There you go. So I'm gonna take this, and then I've got my little can of diced tomatoes here. Taking a 1/2 cup of diced tomatoes, and that does already have basil, oregano, and garlic in it. And then I'm gonna add to it though some fresh basil just because I love basil, so I'm gonna put that in there and then mix in some of this almond mozzarella cheese. So it turns out my air fryer unfortunately is too small to fit this giant personal pan pizza. So we're gonna put this in the oven, which is fine. It'll cook it fine. It's just gonna take a little bit longer. The beauty of the air fryer is how quickly it cooks things. So I cooked the pizza in the oven for probably about 10 minutes. The almond cheese doesn't really get melty looking, even though it claims it does. But I just cooked it till the pita got nice and crispy. So I'm just gonna like cut it up in little slices. I don't know if you'd call this a meal, a snack. I don't really care. I just eat when I'm hungry. Ooh, yeah, that got crispy. I'm gonna just cut it in little pieces and make a mess. Let's do a taste. Do you guys like watching me eat food? Mmm. It's a little dry. I mean, you could add a little more sauce to it. Or tomatoes if you want. Some pesto would be really good on there too, but I'm happy, so I'm gonna snack on my pizza. Finish some work, and then it got gloomy out, but it's still fairly warm, so I'm probably gonna take the dog for a walk so we can have a little mom-dog bonding time, just me and him, because he's with Jason 24/7 since Jason works from home. So like he really craves my attention when I get home. Like he loves us both equally, I think, and I'm not used to that. And so he really needs that like one-to-one mom time. So, which is good because I didn't work out today. I've barely moved. I did leg day yesterday and I'm sore as shit. So I need to get out and get moving because let's see what my steps are at. Yeah. We're at not even 4,000 steps for the day. So that's not good, but that's the reality of when I don't work out and spend the day at home. So we'll get those steps up. All right, this is the time of night when I get really tired and lazy with my meals, but we're gonna eat my last meal. It's not that I'm not hungry, I'm just tired and I'm kind of want just something quick and easy, so that's what I've put together. I had some lean ground beef in the fridge already cooked, so I heated that up. Heated up my girl Annie Chun's sticky rice. She's got the best sticky rice in town. So I've got some of that, and then I sliced up some red bell pepper, threw it in a bowl, and just bear with me on this. These turmeric chips are amazing. I was like, you know what? A little serving of chips. I'm gonna mash it up to add a little crunch on in there. Will be a nice little combo. So it's just gonna be like a little like fiesta bowl of some sorts. And I'm gonna top it with some peach mango salsa. And this is truly like the best salsa I've ever had. And I think it came from Whole Foods because it's that 365. But I'm gonna put that in there. Mix it all up because I like it when my foods are mixed. And that's probably going to conclude my macros for the evening. So I hope you guys enjoyed this day of eating. I hope gave you some good ideas. I hope you just in general enjoyed hanging out with me for the day. Oh, and I did want to mention where my steps are at because I did take Bruce for a walk. So thank God I did because it was pretty bad. I'm at 92. I'll turn it like this to show you. 92.65 for steps for the day. So that's honestly, it's not awesome, but it's not bad for a pretty low-key day. My house isn't that big. I didn't move around too much today, so I'll take it. That little walk helped me out, and yeah, that was good. So gotta remind yourself to get up and get moving sometimes too. Alright, that is going to conclude this video. If you enjoyed it, please do hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you guys in the next one.